wrong along the way.
Is her necklace a zipper?
The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago, but the intel regarding the plan wasn't passed on to them. Once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom. Communication between the Sacred Flame and the Wyab has been blocked.
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed to bring Kachina back.
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. The Abyss may not possess intelligence. If we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. So, I've tried my best to help them from the sidelines.
I tried to have too much of a very high expectation.
Currently, Shalonin of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names.
After Fontaine's story was just so good. I had
During
such
your
high
adventure, you
expectations.
too earned the acknowledgement of your
And I know
wild
we're still in the
Mualani.
beginning of this story. So
In the
I'm kinda-
process, you
it's
gained the
kinda
memories
slow.
stored within.
Well, we have less than a year.
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the. That's also why I haven't been able to take
I will say
action
Fontaine's
despite
might
the
have been the
urgency of the
best.
situation.
But
I didn't
if
think
you knew
anything
this whole
would,
time,
would top
why didn't you just tell me
Sumeru,
about
because
my role
Sumeru
in
was
all
just
this?
so good.
Wouldn't that make everything go a
But
lot
but somehow
faster?
Fontaine was actually really good. Might have been the best one yet.
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to this endeavor.
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes are then?
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand will only hinder their development. I can only trust in the judgment of the Wyab. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, it was precisely because I chose to trust and rely on others that we managed to get this far. Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon or any singular individual, but in us all. You're quite perceptive, aren't you? I thought I might.
Huh? Oh, right! All the stuff you stored here before. Where did it all go?
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan to ensure you would make it back from the Night Kingdom. After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk, and Mualani has an important role to play in my plan. In addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here held a much more important purpose: fuel.
Fuel? So...
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important, but there's an even more significant trait they all share. Over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of contending fire from being on their own. Each item's power is limited, but together, their combined effect. By burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within them to open the boundary between the 2 worlds. It was a rather crude approach, so all their power was depleted in an instant, as you can see.
But weren't they all precious treasures? That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never wanted the Pyro Archon to have to use that power.
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. And then, it would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echoes was met with disaster. Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or the Pyro Archon of their time, it was out of a desire to contribute to Natlan's survival. If they knew those items helped save the present-day heroes of Natlan, they would not mourn their loss.
Even when you put it that way.
There's no need. Remember what I told you about time? The people and the events of the past are never truly lost to us. We simply carry them with us. If you still have regrets, let them. Your deeds will become new legends, and
Well, we'd still like to return the fate.
well, if that's the case, just treat me to a drink sometime.
Okay.
Now that
You like
Kachina has
water?
returned, we can finally hold the victory feast and
You like
celebrate
water?
your team's triumph in the Night Warden Wars.
I don't think she would like water. Her hair's all fiery.
And we could all use the rest, that's for sure. Plus, you'll be able to silence everyone who doubted you once and for all. Try not to let it get to you. All right. You should head out.
She kicked us out. Uh-oh. She's moving. Ooh, what's this?
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories of warriors from all over Natland. They attract people from all walks of life. Friends come easy here, no matter what tribe you're from. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. They are there to bring all hot spring buddies together. It's been really nice, seeing the children of my tribe get older. It's helped me gradually understand. I've witnessed their energy, their determination, their absolute passion for life. Even when they cause trouble, I never managed to hold on to my anger for long. It's unbelievable how quickly they worm their way back into my good graces. I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior when she grows up. She possesses infinite potential. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
And it just turns off halfway through and she falls. Like that joke with the flashlight.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided. And
She just
yet
walked
you
right
put
past him.
The abyss is a cunning enemy. One that I faced in battle many times. Were that not the case, my rage will never know absolution, and my power will no longer aid you in victory. But you came to me because you knew you could convince me with just a single sentence. I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to earn us the victory we are owed. Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
Unity! Duty! Destiny! Anyone know what that's from? I do. I'm just gonna walk through all these. My mouth's kinda dry. I think I'm gonna go get some water. But I don't want to leave in the middle of a cutscene. But this
gonna head 500 years in the
cutscene
future
is
to serve as the Pyro Archon again?
It's gone on for like a half hour.
But what about the you from right now? You're just gonna die?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. The decision is hers to make. We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes. Don't you worry. Even across time, we will all do our part to...
Yeah, Mom's right. We'll always believe in you, sis. No, seriously though, Dad should be...
I imagine he didn't know what to say, so he chose not to come at all. Don't take it to heart, my dear. That's just who he is.
So she chose so she died, became immortal, and she never saw her family again.
Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
One more.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
Don't forget about. That's actually kind of sad. That actually kind of hit.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone. The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us the strength to overcome the next tragedy.
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight.
Who will be the one to bring this to an end?
We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
There's a banquet. I could eat. I'm gonna go get some agua. Bye.
There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence. There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever.
Even the wind cannot blow on forever. Excuse me. Since we go this way, and then this way, and then up here. This door. The big round one. The Hobbit door, as I call it. If it's round, it's a Hobbit door. Oh, not if it opens like that. Never mind.
Following me.
It's some weird Star Wars door.
Hey, Koichi! You here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no. I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine. It's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the others. I'm so glad she made it back. It's just...
Ah, well, you two had a fight, so Paimon can understand.
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
You kidding me? She was horrible.
Yeah,
Like a
she was
wild
super
animal.
helpful. She gave us a lot of useful information about the Abyss.
That's good. That's all I needed to know.
We're being nice. We really are. We aren't being honest.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when we first met, but now it's like you're holding something back.
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it for a reason. Her impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses control sometimes. I had no idea what you might face in the night.
So what you're saying is...
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works pretty well. It helps her keep her cool for a little while, at least. Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound. That's all.
What? Do you really have
We're
to
so
go
perceptive.
that far? Can't you...
No way. Chaska never opens up about her own pain, especially to her family. She can't learn about this. Or it'll be even harder to help her.
Facts. I get that.
I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. I'll find a way to help her ease this burden. Anyway, Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing? In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault.
Goodness, you need to wear some clothes. You literally just have sleeves on. That's pretty much it. Poor thing. I mean, I can imagine it's gotta be like hot in Natlan. Like it seems like it'd be like scorching weather type of a deal. So I guess I won't say anything too bad about it.
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Don't get me with the awesome. It's so.
Well done, Thank you.
I always knew you could do it. With so much potential at your age.
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team. I'll be dealing with you when we get back.
This dude's voice is so deep.
I had no choice. My friend invited me. I couldn't just say no.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get ahead?
I wasn't, I swear.
Come on, this is a party,
I just
man.
happened when he insisted on repaying
the
the
dude
favor.
alone. He's a loser. We know he's a loser.
The fact of the matter is that
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us to abandon you like that.
It's amazing that you still made it all the way through to the... Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the stadium on the...
Serves you all right. No sympathy from me.
All right. There's no need to be like that, Uncle Pakal. Dear friends, firstly, I'm grateful to this traveler and his companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met. If they were allowed to participate in the pill, they've agreed to let me learn from them. With their help, I believe. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ayan-san. They all helped the traveler and Paimon figure out a way. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So...
Well said!
I'll drink
Who's that dude in the back? The awkward silence there. Or she just starts chugging her whole thing. She's going in for another one.
How does it feel being a hero, Kachina?
To be honest, it's a bit over. Well, you better get used to it. Next up, undefeated champion. Hey, please don't make fun of me.
I didn't even like stop to look in our settings. What kind of settings have we got here for graphics? We have better options on our freaking phone, man. I can't pull up 60 FPS on here. Maybe not. Is it already on 60 FPS? No, it is not. Look who showed up to the party. It's Miss Zipper. Am I standing too close? Oh goodness. Is Nahita's head too big? Look at this table. I think Nahita has a big head.
Ah, you're here. Have some fruit juice. I got it specially for you two.
How did you know?
You look like you've still got questions.
That's true.
Ask away.
Fruit juice is our favorite. I remember now. D-Luke used to give us tons of that stuff, and the finest fruit juice too. Old billionaire Batman of Genshin Impact.
because they had their own lives to live. The thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time, for in 500 years Natlan will be destroyed, it seemed too cruel. You could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. But life is short. Imagine if I said, let's leave right now, and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. It would sound quite ridiculous. I couldn't make them shoulder that burden with me. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. Or, of course, without me.
I'm suddenly remembering that portrait in your room.
Yes, it was. So when you asked me who my sister grew up to be, the truth is that very little information survives. From what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with a reasonable degree of confidence that she ended up as an architect and artist. She played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe,
that's cool.
Designing and building many houses. Still, it was an impressive achievement, and you feel lost keenly. It seems to stir up feelings of regret in you. But this is something I have long since come to terms with. This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. I am already far more fortunate than those who lost their lives to the Abyss. The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectations is mine to bear.
Yeah, doesn't that mean the way everything ends has already been written, including your plan?
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time takes many forms. The past, even if the future ends in destruction, there's still no reason to give up on the here and now. And it's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate that we will never give up on our struggle. This is a pivotal moment. We are still 2 heroes short. Well, 3 to be precise. There's one further hero who I'm hoping to get on my side. Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly
Everybody
remarkable.
wants me, though.
It would easily make you an all-important figure in the upcoming battle.
You know, my design is actually kind of cool. Look at this dude. Look at his long ponytail.
If you agree to join us, you will not only gain my full support in your journey, but I will also forge a brand new ancient name for you.
Ancient names can be forged?
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but if they couldn't be forged at all, then the number of them in circulation would have long dwindled to 0. Possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in Natlan are recorded in full. The Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but still, take this as my personal guarantee that I shall never let you fall. Just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs.
Yeah, we can't just ignore the situation.
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. She's the one who will forge the name. We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but I trust she'll find a way.
Black stone under white stone.
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much of her power. Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to seize the Gnosis.
It's the big man.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness, and I don't intend to start now. As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time, and you're injured on top of that. What do you plan to do next?
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
The captain. The captain. The captain. There's another request. Wait until 2 days later. Okay. We need to go and figure out where to claim that. Ooh, free stuff. I'll sit on the free stuff.
You think I've got a sharp tongue? I just tell it like it is. If someone can't have it,
We already looked at this.
maybe that's their
Quests and
problem.
stuff. Alright. We need to figure out where to claim my thingy. I think it's somewhere over here, maybe. Let me go look around. No way. Let's not leave. Should we leave the end just yet? Let's look around.
My apologies. I knew more than I let on. Everything comes at a price, and most heroes aren't people who set out to be. If you cling too tightly to your goal, you end up. But in any case, we're now on the same page.
Are those like sleeves? Is that like a big onesie? And he just wears it zipped halfway up?
I wonder how long before the two final heroes appear. From the Flower Feather Clan and the Masters of the
That's
Nightwind.
exactly what this is. Look at it. It's like a big onesie. He's only got it halfway zipped up. That's his design. What a ding dong. I blinked and it was gone. Where's Moline? Oh, there she is.
I've been through so much all at once. Are you still feeling unwell? Nope, all better now. I bet you guys must be tired, though. Make sure you get some good rest tonight.
I like her design. I like her teeny hat. See how it's got like the teeny rim? I like the teeny rim and the big old ponytail. She's also very teeny. And she's got, look, she's got like little baby boots. Very, very interesting design. Is that a tail? Is that like some sort of bunny tail? You know, I only just noticed the ears. Is she like a bunny of some kind? I think that's exactly what she is. She's some kind of bunny. Never mind, her design's so weird. I still don't know how to say this name. Wait.
Oh, something else you'd like to ask? That also comes down to the long-standing effects of the Abyss. Our people's survival is inextricable, but their power has its limits. They cannot offer our people the same degree of protection outside our borders. In fact, people who do decide to leave often suffer. Everyone in Natlan understands this. That's why our people never leave without a good cause. Even if someone is left with no choice, the chief of their tribe must seek approval with the Wyab to grant them leave. And the Wyab have always been very strict about granting that approval, since extending protection beyond our borders means consuming power reserved for our fight against the Abyss. Still, there's no need to worry. Oh, something else you'd like to ask? The Abyss is the most formidable enemy in all of Teyvat. In the beginning, it took failure and tragedy to even begin to learn how to fight back. All of the methods you've seen in other nations were developed based on experience and insight passed down over generations. It's the same for the method we use here in Natlan. Ever since ancient times, elemental energy has been one of our most reliable weapons against the Abyss. As for the principles behind it, I'm afraid you might have to seek answers from someone older than the position of Pyro Archon itself.
He spun on his head.
Oh, something else
Captain
you'd like?
Purpose.
Well, our intel suggests he hasn't made any new movements yet. Although Kenich's investigation helped us confirm that he's being aided by someone from the Masters of the Nightwind. I'm getting closer to narrowing down who that may be, but it's still unclear whether this person aided the captain out of willingness or coercion. If you learn anything about this during your adventures, please. Something else you'd like to ask?
A lady. It's upstairs. I think if we go back into that room, though, the party will be over.
Add Astro. Thank you for completing. Add Astro.
Doesn't this take like 2 seconds to do now? What do we have here in Natland? Meat and apples, mushrooms and some kind of fruit. What is that? Ugh. They're all dispatched. Two days. Where's my phone?
I see. Thank you so much. The Adventurers
it
Guild
starts with
has
the
been
Adventurers
overwhelmed
Guild.
these days.
What a coincidence.
No worries at all. We've always valued the strength of adventurers. Given the current situation, it's vital that we all work together. Since we're facing the same enemies, I'll send you the intel we've collected on the Abyss so far. Then we can take a look at how to coordinate our efforts.
All right. Thank you so much.
Hi, Catherine.